Marquez with Harmony Reptiles, and today we're going to be talking about Locality Boas versus Morph Boas. Now, for the sake of this video, I went and grabbed my beautiful girl Nairobi here. She is a Morph Boa. I've had her now for about 3 years. Let me show you her pretty pattern. She is a hypo blood. Try to get her tail here. Come here, girl. Come here. Yeah, she has a birdie tail. Beautiful. Now, if you are new into this type of content, you're looking into boas, you're probably asking yourself, what is a locality? What is a morph? Now, the definition is pretty much in the name for locality boas, right? Based off of where these animals are located in the world, they have a certain appearance. You have boas ranging from Central America down to South America. All the way from the top of South America, you got your Brazilian boas, you got your Surinams, your Guyana, all the way down to places like your Argentine boas. In Central America, you got your Honduran boas, you got your Tarahumara Mountain boas, so forth and so on. You got your Hog Island boas, your Pearl Island boas, and yeah, based off of where they're located in the world, they look a certain way. Locality boas. Morph boas, on the other hand, where do I start? The name is pretty self-explanatory itself as well. Essentially, these are boas that you wouldn't find naturally in the wild. It is essentially where breeders, people, whoever, they take boas and essentially they're just hybrid boas, and they take two boas that look really cool to them. They're trying to get a finished product, a never before seen snake that nobody else has, and they breed them together to get some new, wild, crazy, funky pattern that, in a nutshell, they're trying to make profit off of. Maybe there are some people out there that want to breed them just because, I don't know, there's some type of mad scientist sitting in their reptile room, and they just, they just love to do so. But for the most part, I feel like people are in the morph game, and they're trying to get this never before seen snake because they want to make a profit off of it. And now, I didn't make this video to say that one is better than the other as far as localities and morphs go, but I feel like that is a problem with the morph game, so to speak. I feel like, well, actually I know, I have an inkling. You know how sometimes you just know, you don't even have to, you don't need facts, you just know, your spirit just tells you. I feel like there's people that are into these snakes simply because they want to make profit, they want to make money, and that could lead to a bunch of different catastrophes. Whether the person just, it's a bad business venture, or the health and the care and the love for the snake is not there, and they wind up being not taken care of, or even worse, dead. So I'll go ahead and, again, I'm not saying that one is better than the other. I have a morph here. She's absolutely beautiful and I love her. But I'm gonna be honest, when I first got into boas, I did not have an appreciation for locality boas because of how hypnotizing it was when I first went to websites like Morph Market, where I was looking for a snake, and I seen all these het, T positive, rainbow, albino, triple sunrise, sun glow, jungle leopard, onomatopoeia. Like, listen, if you don't know anything about boas, what you can get is endless. What you can get in a boa, as far as appearance and pattern goes, as far as morph goes, it's endless, and that is something that I did like about morphs. I still do. They're cool, don't get me wrong, but you can damn near get just about whatever you want. You can find whatever you want in boas, And that's something that I do like about morphs. Again, don't get me wrong, they're beautiful, but I just told you one of the things that I don't like about morphs. And another thing that I don't like is I feel like for the people that's maybe just now getting into boas, they don't, like I did in the beginning, you know, I won't be a hypocrite, but I now have a newfound love for your locality boas. Just the purity of them, you know what I'm saying? And they really do look extremely beautiful, and you know, the way that they're born, you know, naturally in the wild. And I feel like the just like it's so much saturation with people that are infatuated with the coolest, craziest, funkiest type of morph, that the pure love for the snake is not there like it should be, if that makes sense. And so that's another problem that I have. And now I feel like for the people that's into like the breeding game and they've been doing it for so long, I feel like that love will always stay alive, just because they realize and recognize the importance of keeping these animals pure, the localities, that it will always be like a small cult following of people that are into owning locality boas, pure boas, and breeding locality boas. But I feel like it's so many people that they, you know, they just either want to make a buck or they just want some crazy cool color, and the foundational snake, how they look in the wild, the way that they're supposed to look, the way that they were born, that love is just not there. But yeah, not to get off on a rant, I really made this video because I wanted to talk about what the difference is between a locality and a morph. Again, this video is not for people that's, you know, had boas for a long time. This is in layman's terms for people that are looking into it, looking into getting a boas, looking into getting a boa, don't really know much about them. You go to a pet store or your local reptile store, they got red tail boas for sale. They might have hypos in there. They might have, I'm not even gonna get into all of that, but for the most part, you know what I'm saying, if you go into like a Petco or something and you want a boa, it's gonna be priced as a red tail boa, and you don't know, you know, where it's from. So I'll do a whole video on that in itself. It's gonna take me too long to really break down what's the difference between a true red tail boa and what your local pet store is selling in their shop. It's probably more than 99% it's a BCI, not a BCC. Not gonna get into all of that right now, but the purpose of this video was to tell you what the difference between a locality boa is and what a morph boa is. I'll do another video too, posting pictures. So for the ones who don't know what locality boas look like, what true red tails look like, I'll show you what those look like, and then I'll show you what your BCIs look like, your morph boas, your BCIs versus your pure boas. But yeah, that's that. I'm not a snake expert by any means. I created this page simply based off of the love that I have for these snakes, and I just wanted to share my love with y'all. Anybody who, you know, is looking for this type of content, I know that I can sit on YouTube for hours and just watch snake videos and just wish that there were more people who own boas, more people who made this type of content. I'll just be real, more people who look like me that make this type of content. So maybe I'll inspire more people. Black folks, we scared of animals. I don't know why, but for the most part, we are scared of animals. So hopefully I can change the narrative and get more people, you know what I'm saying, of different colors and backgrounds, to not be fearful and enjoy God's creatures. You know what I'm saying? These animals are a blessing to us. So we should enjoy them all and get rid of the stereotypes that we've been kind of groomed to believe about, you know, animals like this. You know, they're evil, they'll bite you, whatever the case. I've been sitting here recording this video for almost 10 minutes now, and you see no signs of aggression from this evil serpent, you know. But yeah, I'm not a snake expert again by any means. Hopefully you guys subscribe, you stay down, for this journey. And we can, hell, if anything, y'all can learn me up, you know, teach me some things. We can grow together. Eventually, I want to build me a nice reptile room where I can set my camera up in there, and the vibe will be a whole lot, you know, cooler than sitting here in my living room. But yeah, I just wanted to make this page just to show some appreciation to these beautiful animals. Also, if you guys want me to talk about anything that you want to know, put it down in the comments, and I'll see if I can get around to making a video. But yeah, that's that. Oh, also, take care of your boas, people. I take care of mine, but I don't know what happened or how it happened, but this girl here, she just recently got what I believe to be, after I did some research, I believed it to be scale rot. It wasn't any type of like respiratory infection or anything like that, because she wasn't showing any of the telltale signs like wheezing, sneezing, her mouth being open, and her like, sometimes like they foam out of the mouth, or like bubbles and stuff start to come out of their nose. None of that. She was acting completely normal. Her scales just looked like they started to like rot on her face. She had like a couple of bumps and stuff that looked like blisters. She had this one really big bump on the top of her nose that initially I thought it might have been like snake rub, where they rub their faces across the enclosure, but it wasn't that. And so I Googled it, and essentially what I came up with, or narrowed all the diagnosis down to, was snake rot. And I, you know, took the advice that they gave me, and essentially I took everything out of her enclosure, cleaned the enclosure, wiped it down with soap and dish soap and hot water. I bleached it all. And also, people, wipe down the actual husbandry as well too. Take everything out of the enclosure and clean the husbandry as well. Don't just change the substrate and wipe down the snake's enclosure, its house. Take out everything that you give your snake as well. So its hide, its water bowls, its branches, its trees, its shrubbery, all that stuff. The thermostat, take it all out, wipe it down, soap, water, bleach, and put it all back. Since I noticed that she was having the snake rot, her scales, they're starting to heal with each shed, and she's starting to, you know, look like her normal self again. So that's good. So yeah, take care of your snakes, people. Don't just own snakes and then get lazy and just think, oh, it's a reptile, I'm gonna just leave it in its enclosure and not tend to it. They need love, care, and affection. They need TLC just like we do. But yeah, y'all, until next time, stay up.